Awesome sauce, everybody. So today is about the vagus nerve 101. So I know here in the office, we talk about the vagus nerve a lot. Um, and it has a lot of influence on our immune system and the way we feel, the way we digest foods, etc. So we'll be talking about that. And if also the vagus nerve can be stuck on as a result of trauma that we experience in our lifetime. Now, no, we all experience trauma. We have little traumas and we have big traumas. We can't get through life without having some sort of traumatic experience. So, that being said, why do we want to care about it? Because it helps us be calm and connected. Do you know those moments when you feel butterflies in your stomach when you're about to do something maybe that's a bit scary or you're uncomfortable about? That's a little bit of that stress response that we get with the vagus nerve. So our body is actually connected, our brain is actually connected to all the organs in our bodies. And we'll be talking about what it does. So the vagus nerve here is connected to not every single organ, multiple organs. It's like to our lungs, our heart, our stomach, our spleen, our pancreas, our liver, our gallbladder, our large intestine, small intestines. It is the whole body. It affects the whole body. So as a result, we want to make sure that it is on in a calming way, that our body calms down. And as our vagus nerve calms down, it talks to all these organs and tell it to calm down. So it is a major communication pathway. Hard to think that years ago, I mean, less in the 1900s, they would cut the vagus nerve for various reasons. Thank God no one's doing that anymore. So the vagus nerve has its purpose. It's part of our nervous system for rest and digest. It boosts our immune system, or I don't like boost because a boosted immune system has a tendency to be in overdrive. So I like to use the word supports. It supports our immune system. It supports our heart. Make sure our heart rate is down low when it's needed. I mean, there's times we need the heart rate to be fast. At a scary situation when we just want to get the heck out of there, like there's a tiger coming after us, that's fine. We want to support our muscles to be relaxed, to have slow, deep breathing for our lungs, help our pupils constrict. It helps our inflammation, keep it lower. It's good for our mental health. It helps our body's cells repair and regenerate. So there's a lot of reasons we want it. It also helps us connect with one another. When we are in fight or flight, or a vagus nerve is really off whack, it may be harder for us to connect with others. So this is also a reason why it's important. So our stress, it helps our body shift easily from stress to relaxation. Um, we have talked about many tools. We'll be talking about that in a minute. It helps our gut digest foods. I know of a little girl that years ago did something like our alpha stim we have here in the practice, but it was just a TENS unit, really subdermal on her left ear. And she'd had gut problems and done a whole bunch of other things. Nothing was helping. Put on the TENS unit, calmed down the vagus nerve. Her gut problems went away. Well, the pain of it went away. Still a lot of rebuilding that had to been done. But that just goes to show you the vagus nerve helps. It affects your anxiety. It may make you more anxious when it's on all the time and stimulated. It helps with the immune system, just tampers it down. The gut health also has to do with poor digestion and IBS and IBD. Now, when we're talking about Crohn's and colitis, that's more of an autoimmune, but it's still reflected from the vagus nerve because if we can calm our body down, we can help calm the flares down and attack or support the other parts of the body that will help heal the Crohn's and keep the Crohn's tamped down or colitis tamped down. Um, when you have poor vagal tone, it can be linked to chronic stress. We don't want to be stressed. It can make us fatigued and make it hard for us to sleep. So when we support our vagus nerve, we can have better sleep and better resilience to whatever's going on, stresses, viruses around, all that. So, we're going to talk about supporting your vagus nerve. And some of you may already be doing supporting your vagus nerve. One of the tools that we usually use in here that we share with a lot of patients is the alpha stem. But there's other things you can do. There's singing, humming, chanting, deep breathing. Breathe into a count of four, hold for a count of four, exhale to a count of four, wait for a count of four, and then do it again. When you're doing that, all of a sudden it's like you feel the tension and stress just melt away. Cold exposure, splashing cold water on your face, doing a cold doing a cold shower, um, a cold plunge. There are some people that's also inflammatory. So that's a conversation to have with your physician when you're doing that. Gargling. Not my favorite one, but gargling definitely stimulates the vagus nerve. Gentle movement, yoga, walking, Tai Chi. Has anybody ever done a meditative walk? That's really good where it's intentional. Or you do a labyrinth walk where you're walking slowly and breathing slowly and setting your intentions. And by the time you walk all the way in and then all the way out the labyrinth, you find you're in a different space. There's actually a labyrinth, an outdoor labyrinth at the Healing Garden at Wesley Long Hospital, which I just discovered this fall. Meditation, mindfulness, and prayer. Gratitude, saying gratitude before each meal. Giving a gratitude when you're in a moment of stress, help you feel there's things to be grateful and help you calm down. So, staying connected, laughter. Laughter is an amazing one. If you can laugh with friends, with family, or pull out a goofy movie or your favorite, comic movie or comedian, that actually stimulates your vagus nerve. So think about all those, and we'll talk about at the end what your favorite ones are. So knowing the vagus nerves helps you recover from stress, helps you balance your body. It's one of our most powerful tools in healing. It's the reason why we talk about it all the time. I have seen plenty of patients in this clinic that didn't move very far, did all the things that Dr. Ingram had suggested. They started working on their vagus nerve through primal trust, through whatever tool that they wanted to use. All of a sudden, leaps and bounds, things changed. They healed. They stopped having reactions. Whatever their problem was, they noticed a big difference. So when we learn to calm the nervous system and we support every system in our body, it's an interesting thing is polyvagal theory, which has a lot to do with this also, not going down that road right now, but we talk about responses and there's no bad response. I just want y'all to know there's no bad response. There's only adaptive responses. And when we turn on our vagus nerve and can't get it to calm down, that's an adaptive response that we have done. So we just need to learn how to turn it off, let it settle down, and make sure that we know how to be able to calm ourselves down after we've had a stressful situation. So I'm going to stop my share now and we'll talk about the vagus nerve and questions you may have. Wow, lovely. I see we have lots of people here today. And that's pretty great since we had to change our Zoom at the last minute. I am unsure who you are. It says BAVCD.
Betty Ann, I'm sorry. I'm eating lunch, so I didn't want to turn my camera on.
That's okay. I would have called you Betty Ann if I knew it was you.
I know I've tried to fix that, but I can't get the application to let me sign on. So
It's all good.
until I figure out what I'm doing wrong. Um, you showed up. There's a device that you showed up. What is that?
This it's the Alpha Stem.
Alpha Stem.
Alpha Stem. We've talked about it. We started using these actually the time I came on at the practice 4 years ago, and you put these leads on your ears. You clip them on your ears. You can't do it when you have earrings in, and it gives a little subdermal, and it's electro. Well, electricity goes around the body, around the brain, and it is good for depression and anxiety. It's kind of off-label now for depression, legality stuff between another manufacturer of another product. And pain, it's really great for pain. It's kind of off-label for the vagus nerve, but as a result that it's right here and your vagus nerve is right here,
Hmm.
it's stimulating it. So we have seen a lot of help with healing bodies using the Alpha Stem to help calm
Okay.
body down.
I have one more follow-up question. I do the cold water when I'm in the shower.
Okay,
I do it for a minute. Is that about right?
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
you're finding you're having your body's having a good response with that.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, yeah. Takes a little bit to get used to, but
True.
I've I've got it down now.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Any other questions? Anything people are doing? Janie,
How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for
Good.
Halloween.
Yeah. I have a question. Does rebounding help the vagus nerve or not?
It helps the lymph nodes or lymph
Right.
system. And no, it's more of the BDNF, the brain-derived neurotropic factors, because it helps move up things. So that's a good question that I can't really answer, but I'll tell you what, I will research that
But
and
it doesn't hurt it.
no, it will not hurt it.
Oh,
It
now
won't hurt it.
if somebody took a bad fall, could that damage the vagus nerve?
Um, not particularly. It'd be more of the traumatic experience of the
Oh,
that, when you're in fight or flight, it turns on. It can to be turned on from a car wreck. It can be turned on from whatever traumatic experience we have in our life. And if you think about it, when you see animals and they have an encounter and they get all up and excited, and then you see them walk off and they go, that's shaking off all that energy and resetting their nervous system. Um, we have adapted not to do that with our bodies anymore. Not a good adaptation.
okay, thank you so much for helping me with those questions. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Any other questions or anyone that wants to share what they're doing to support their vagus nerve?
Hey, I've got a question. Ken
Yeah.
Westfall here. I'd like to talk a little bit more about other methods to relax the vagus nerve. So I just watched a video yesterday about some calming massage techniques.
Mhm.
Um, so it was like you can tug on your ear in different ways, and you can massage the skin behind your ear, up and down and stuff. You can massage the bridge of your nose in different ways. Are there other methods that you recommend to help calm the vagus nerve? I know the doctors also released video on calming it with the eye movements, tracking your arm and stuff like that. But could you talk about other techniques
Um,
here?
yeah, there's other, uh, eventually I thought that there's other tools you can use, which I think I'll do a Vagus Nerve 201 to talk about other tools you can use, but without using tools. Mindful prayer. There is essential oils. I have not tried them, but there's essential oils that supposed to help do it. If you get in any somatic practices, you look up somatic practices, which are body practices, that also can help with the nervous system and help relax it. I'm trying to look for some of my cheat sheets here right now. And scanning, gentle movement, humming, shaking out, which I just did right now. If you get in an encounter with somebody that gets a little heated, if you walk away and just shake your body, you'll help release it. So just being aware of your internal organs. A lot of times, if you use any smart device like a watch or like an Oura Ring or something like that, they'll have meditative things and meditations inside their apps. Even the Calm app will have things. So I'm sure there's more out there. Primal Trust, I have really liked that program because it talks about the various things that they can do. Dr. Kat, who started Primal Trust, she is a PT, and she's gone through the journey of healing and done all the things prior to it. And until she calmed down her nervous system, she wasn't able to move further. So she has all sorts of practices you can use. I'm not sure if that's answering your question, Ken, but that's the best I have for right now.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
I have another question actually.
Sure.
So, besides actively experiencing trauma, do you know of anything that we could be doing in our daily lives that might be unintentionally triggering our vagus nerve? Or, like a bad habit or something, any of that kind of stuff that we should pay attention to maybe avoid or try and limit?
That's an excellent question. I don't know anything, but anything that makes you feel stressed that is challenging. For some people, it might be just watching the news. And so they just stop watching the news because it makes them so stressed, and then it will turn on the vagus nerve really hard. So that's just for instance. So yeah, it's along those lines, things that make you feel stressed. If there's an encounter that you have all the time with someone that makes you feel stressed, that would be doing it. Um, it could also be for some people like um, a physical thing that they're doing. It could be boxing. I mean, because that's just beating the body up. So those off the top of my head is the only thing that I can think of right now, but that is another excellent question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There was another question. I think Janie had the question. Oh, I know what it was. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody want to share what they're doing? Yes, Janie.
I was watching for the vagus nerve that, like that other fellow was saying, the massaging of the ears, and I came across this one video on YouTube. Her name is Suki Baxter. She's so calming, and she's like really descriptive. And I've done them, and it just like whoo, levels you out. It was very, very beneficial. I just wanted to share that. So I was doing those and those eye movements too. They were very helpful. I still do them every now and then when I have like a bad experience. Like I was fearful of having to go to New Jersey, and it took me a while to get through that and get back to my normal self. And once we got home with all the stress of the traffic and the craziness, so those things that I just mentioned really, really helped when I got home.
Great to hear. And you made
Yeah.
me think of binaural beats. That's another thing that works well.
What is it?
Binaural beats. So it's music that basically switches back and forth from playing to one ear to the other ear. There are people that that's very calming. I can't do that because it's very stimulating for me. I've tried it and I'm like, I can't handle it. But um, I've known a lot of people that find it very relaxing.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So if we don't have any other questions about the vagus nerve or suggestions, are there any health-related questions that I can help you guys at this moment before we close up for our Wednesday open office hours?
Mary,
Mhm.
I was on a thing with Dr. Ingram and I mentioned this, but I don't know if anybody uses Violife on this call. It's a alternative cheese if it's non-dairy cheese. If so, check the labels. They've changed the ingredients. They've added something I can't have.
You gotta be kidding me. I
No,
love
and they
Violife.
didn't tell anybody either. I started having problems and I'm like, what is going on? And so I started reading labels and I found that about a year ago, tapioca wasn't in it.
Hmm.
It's now in it. So just if you run into problems, what I was saying is just start checking labels again because they slip changes like that in on you and you don't even know.
That is very true. They do that all the time. And then if you buy anything at a big box like a Costco or a Sam's that you can buy in a regular store, check the ingredients because like Siete, their ingredients for the big box store like Costco and such is different than what you can buy in the grocery store.
Lovely. Thank you.
Yes, they're always trying to make more money from us. Oh. Anything else before we go? Okay. People want to have a Vegas 201 where we talk about tools that we can purchase and use? No? Okay.
Yes, please.
Oh, yep.
That sounds good to
I
me.
got some thumbs up. Okay. I will work on that. That will be next year sometime. So awesome, guys. Have a lovely weekend. And for those that are celebrating Halloween, enjoy all the trick-or-treaters. Bye now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.